Welcome. This is how to determine your testing budget for your Google ad campaigns. So, if you guys are struggling with how much of your overall budget you want to delegate to testing specifically, this may be the video for you. This is just what I do. You don't have to listen to me, but if you watch the whole video, it should give you at least a decent framework for which to use in order to set your testing budgets yourself. So, let's get straight into it. First and foremost, you want to define your testing objectives. What are you testing for and what are you optimizing for specifically? So, what are you testing? Are you testing ad creatives, targeting options, bidding strategies, or landing pages? Understanding your testing goals will guide your budget allocation decisions, and you want to calculate your testing budget as a percentage of your total budget. Depending on your business goals and risk tolerance, this percentage can vary. For example, some advertisers allocate 10 to 20% of their total budget for testing new strategies. So essentially, your testing budget is how much you are willing to lose during the campaign, because unless you put a significant amount of research into each of the campaigns and ad copy you are testing, then the likelihood that they will be profitable right from the gate is pretty low. And even if you do extensive testing, you still need to optimize later. So, make sure that that part of your budget that you put to testing is part of the budget that you can lose and you can afford to lose. So next, you want to consider your campaign scale and scope. So how big does your campaign want to be? The scale and the scope of your campaign will influence its budget. Larger campaigns with broader targeting and higher competition may require a larger testing budget to gather statistically significant data. And conversely, smaller campaigns may require a smaller testing budget to maintain cost efficiency. So this basically entirely depends on how big you want your campaign testing to go. If you're a bigger business that has a larger budget, by all means, go big or go home. But if you're a smaller business and you want to maintain cost efficiency, then a smaller budget will probably do the trick, and smaller campaign testing probably will be for you. Just so it doesn't eat up into your whole budget, so you can actually make some money. And that is what we all want. So, the next thing, you want to determine your testing period. So, how long do you want to test for? Decide on the testing duration of your testing period based on complexity of your tests and the time required to gather sufficient data in order to optimize with later. Short-term tests may require a smaller budget but may also yield less conclusive results, while longer-term tests may necessitate a larger budget but provide more robust insights. So what are robust insights? Is generally is just more data for you to use in order to optimize with later. Next, you want to evaluate cost per test. So, how much does it cost per campaign test that you do, or per test of ad copy that you do, or test of a landing page that you do? So, essentially, how much does it cost per test? You want to calculate the estimated cost based on factors such as expected click through rate, average cost per click, and your daily budget. To do this, you want to multiply your daily budget by the number of days in your testing period to determine your testing budget. Next thing you want to do is prioritize testing initiatives. Prioritize your testing initiatives based on potential impact on your campaign performance and alignment with your overall marketing objectives. Allocate a larger portion of your testing budget to higher priority tests that have the greatest potential to drive meaningful results, whatever they may be and whatever you're optimizing for. Say you're an e commerce brand and you're trying to optimize just conversions. You want to get as many people to buy your product as possible. And if you have a very high performing ad that does that, you want to put as much money into that test as possible so you can optimize that test even more and make even more money. That makes sense, doesn't it? Next, you want to monitor and adjust your bid allocation accordingly. You want to continuously monitor the performance of your testing initiatives and adjust budget allocation as needed. If certain tests are delivering more promising results, consider reallocating the budget from less successful tests to scale up successful strategies. This is what optimization is finding out what works, what doesn't, and putting more money into what works and taking money out of what doesn't. That is how you optimize. Next, you want to consider cost control measures. You want to implement cost control measures such as bid adjustments and ad scheduling, or target refinements to optimize budget utilization and maximize ROI. Focus on maximizing the efficiency of your testing budget by prioritizing tests with highest potential for positive impact. So essentially, you want to do a ton of research before you actually start testing in order to make sure that your campaigns are good to begin with. You don't want to be just like testing like random shit that you think might work. You want to put actual dedicated time into testing and research. You want to research your keywords, you want to research your industry, you want to research how like how the competition within your industry and how much it costs for certain keywords, stuff like that. You also want to look at like volume of keywords, and you want to look at volume of ad copy. You also want to research things like copywriting. Do you have a good hook? Do you have a good USP? Do you have multiple call to actions on your landing page? All this makes a difference. So, in conclusion, by following these steps and carefully allocating your testing budget based on your objectives, campaign scale, and performance metrics, you can conduct effective tests and optimize your Google ad campaigns for maximum success. Remember to track key performance indicators throughout the testing process and use data driven insights to inform decision making. If that helps you guys, then that is what I'm here for. If you guys need help with your Google Ads, I do run an agency. You can book a call, link in the description. It is a no strings attached call to see if we can help you out. If not, take care. See you later.